Hello everyone, Bob here. Today we're going to look at a box set that features the old school horror films, and by that I mean Universal's classic monster collection. I'm going to show you what's in the box and give you my thoughts on the box, and well, let's see what we've got. There's the front, there's the spine, there's the back. Has some just a little text there about the films themselves, and then it lists them in chronological release order. The 30 films that are featured in this set. It lists the extras, and of course there's a 48-page collectible book. Here's the top of the set. And the bottom. Here's the Dracula set. And of course, on the back side of the sleeve art, it gives the movie information. And if you guys are familiar with the Universal Monster releases, you know that these releases are the exact same ones that are available individually. You can go to the store and buy these, like, for instance, I'm looking at the Mummy right now. You can go buy this, and in fact, at the time I bought this box set, I already owned the Mummy and the Frankenstein set, the individual sets. However, it was cheaper to buy the box set featuring all of them because the box set was on sale than it was for me to buy the rest, and that's why I ended up with the box set. Of course, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, and Son of Frankenstein are some of the best early horror that there is. Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein is just a fun film to watch as well. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Phantom of the Opera. Of course, that's in there by itself. Now, this film is available separately on Blu-ray, and it is the same transfer and all that good stuff, but the actual artwork is different. The artwork on this one is made to match the other Legacy Collection sets. Invisible Man. The original Invisible Man's also a really good classic as well. Claude Rains is just excellent for the voice work in that one. And the Wolfman's the last one here. And yes, if you haven't noticed, there's the Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein from in here. There are repeat discs in this set, and I'll talk about that here in a minute. Unique to this set is this little book. And you open it up. Sorry, it's kind of hard to do one-handed. It's has information about the different Universal horror movies that are in this set. It's kind of a neat little book, and has a lot of the old poster art. information about the casts and some of the directors that made these classic films. With the exception of Bride of Frankenstein, there isn't just a whole lot on the sequels to these horror movies that are featured in the set. This book mostly just focuses on the originals. Then here's a list of some other Universal monster movies, including some that are in this set, and some of them including, like, for instance, the 1925 Dracula is mentioned on this list. Well, guys, that's pretty much all that's in the set. So, about those repeat discs, literally every one of those legacy collections is just the individual one shoved into this box. And that means, like in the instance of the Abbott and Costello Meets Frankenstein, that movie is not only in the, the Dracula box set, but the Wolfman box set. I'm not sure if it's also in the Frankenstein box set, but it's in there several times. And that's kind of odd. I mean, I guess if one of the discs happens to not work, you've got backup, but I would have thought Universal would have been ahead to have come up with a little bit different packaging and just include the individual discs, so each movie was only in there once. I mean, it wouldn't have had to been anything more complicated than a flipper thing like those, only bigger, that had just sleeve art. It wouldn't have cost them much of anything, but apparently it was deemed to be cheaper to do that. But the only difference between this and the individual Blu-ray releases of these movies is if you get this, you get the slip cover, and you get that nifty little book I showed you guys. Otherwise, it's the exact same release, the exact same transfers. If you don't like all these franchises, or you can find it cheaper to get the box sets individually, and you don't care whether you have this giant slip case or the book, you're not missing out on anything else. The only advantage to having this set is that you get this slipcase and this book. That's it. Otherwise, it's the exact same discs, the exact same everything. The one comment I will make on the quality is, because a lot of people wonder, well, are you actually gaining anything by going to Blu-ray over the DVD counterparts? Yes, I did have the old Universal Monster Legacy sets that were, they were in little green boxes, and I think they even had, there was a bookend for the box set, but I had those before my fire, and of course I don't have these new ones anymore, but, or have those anymore, but to compare them directly to these new ones, but, from my memory, there was a definite uptick in quality, so it is worth buying these on Blu-ray. And the individual sets themselves don't cost that much. So if you're buying, like, say you want to buy the Frankenstein box set, but you aren't interested in Dracula or Invisible Man or any of the others, it's worth getting. But again, whether it's worth, this set is for everybody, depends greatly on whether you want the whole set, or whether you can get them cheaper individually and just get, you don't care whether you have the box or not. Like I say, the Phantom of the Opera, the sleeve art is altered to match the rest of the set, but it is the same disc that is available individually for purchase. With it's just got the theatrical one sheet poster for the artwork, and the color scheme is just different to match the box set in this one versus what it was when it was released individually. Like I said, I had the Mummy and the I'm drawing a blank. I had another set. I think I mentioned it earlier in this video even, but it was on sale on Amazon at the time I bought it, and it was cheaper for me to just get the other. I wanted all of them, and it was cheaper for me just to buy the box set, and so I bought it. And the individual ones I had, I offered up on eBay, and really it didn't end up costing me a whole lot for this set. But as a horror fan, I felt that no horror fan's library is complete without the classics. Yes, I will eventually walk through each of these franchises, but I'm not going to today. I may touch base on a couple of them briefly for my horror marathon that's coming up. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, every horror fan's library, you need to have the classics. They're generally recommended. There are some, of course, duds in there, but then again, whether you get the box set or the individual, it just depends on whether you want this slipcase and that book. But that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content of this video, please give me a like. Please subscribe to this channel. I try to have new content daily. Doesn't always work that way, but that is my goal. Follow me on Facebook or Twitter. Just search for Bob the Film Guy. And for now, this is Bob, signing off.